Good morning, everybody. Today is sort of a different day. I usually do this YouTube interview on Fridays, and due to the fact that where I live is being drilled on, we couldn't do it. So today I have a very special, sort of cheesy show, but part of it is full disclosure. My guest happens to be related to me. He is my son and he is with Murray's Cheese at King Soopers, and we all love cheese. And I thought, wow, no matter what the weather, spring is coming, summer's coming, cheese boards are coming, and since he started there and he has a name, it's Steve Miller. Uh, I'm learning, I'm eating a lot of cheese and I love it. So does everybody else. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Gabby. It's so nice to see you and say hi to everybody there.
Well, you look gorgeous in your red jacket.
I am a certified red jacket cheese expert from Murray's. Murray's is a New York-based company that King Soopers bought, Kroger bought, and has integrated it into all their stores. But we operate somewhat independently in terms of what we carry and how we carry it and how we work. So if you go to any King Soopers that has a Murray's cheese, be sure to stop in. It is a great way to get help and taste cheese and really upgrade your life at a very low cost.
Wait a sec. I thought that almost all the King Supers have berries in.
There's some that do not, and
Oh,
some of them don't staff them or give them the space like ours. I am at store 138, which is on 287 and Arapahoe in Erie, Colorado, right on the border of Erie and Lafayette.
well, I
Uh,
can tell you that Queen Supers on Ninth and Corona has one too.
yeah, yeah. But look for the people in the red jacket. These are the people that have been extensively trained and passed rigorous tests in order to be true cheesemongers.
Okay, well, I'm not a cheesemonger, but I am a monger. I love to eat cheeses. So I'm going to have you, I have bunches of cheese sitting here and I can ask about them individually, but explain to me in general cheese, different types, different areas, what they mean.
All right. We get we have deals with cheese producers, dairies around the world, and we get enormous wheels, starting with our 85-pound Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy, which is absolutely one of my all-time favorites in terms of grating cheeses and eating cheeses. And then we cut them down into smaller pieces and wrap them up and sell them and explain them to people when they ask. We try to give taste. If you walk up to any Murray's and say, "May I taste such and such cheese?" they're supposed to say and should say, "Yes, let me cut you a piece." And they will take one off the shelf and slice a taste off so you can taste it, rewrap it for you in order to have you go home with it. It is absolutely wonderful. If you don't see a piece small enough for you, they will cut it down. Yeah, we really are all about the customer.
Okay, now tell me about the cheese.
Well, we have several categories of cheese, and when you walk up to a Murray's, you will see labels that say things like grating cheese, melting cheese, cheddars, Goudas, blues, bries, and creamies, grilling
Okay,
and melting cheeses, and so on.
tell me if I go up, I have heard all the time about cheddar or Gouda.
Right.
Okay, what's the difference?
Well, they're very different tasting, very different in terms of texture and firmness. And then there's a huge range within each of them, especially the cheddars and Goudas, which
All
are
right, well, what's the difference between cheddar and Gouda?
they are made differently. They taste completely different. Cheddars are bright and sharp and melt well. But again, we have different flavors of cheddars. We have aged cheddars that have little crunchy things in them that come from the aging process. The crunchies are salts and amino acids. And we have cheddars that are crumbly and cheddars that are smooth and creamy. So you have to, what I always ask someone is, who are you serving? Tell me about them. How many people? What's the occasion? And I match cheeses up for them based on their actual event. If you have recipes, I ask you what you're making and how many people you're serving for things like Gruyere and Emmentaler, which are alpine cheeses, melting cheeses that are great for fondues or for onion soups or for macaroni and cheese or for grilled cheese. If somebody has lactose intolerances or have family members or friends that can't handle lactose, I direct them to goat cheeses and sheep cheeses, or
Well,
even
really, those are okay if you're lactose
there's no
intolerant.
lactose in those. They are not of the lactose family. But when you age a cheese past 180 days, there's no lactose in it. So I direct them to a cow cheese that is an older cheese because the lactose is out by then.
What's an older cheese?
An older cheese would be an aged cheddar, an aged Gouda. We have a beautiful 36-month, 5-year aged Gouda that is out of this world. It's very caramely and chewy and wonderful and full of flavor.
Does it have a name? Or do you just ask for the age?
You ask for the 36-month Gouda, aged Gouda. It comes from a creamery in the Netherlands called Articas. And so we have everything ranging from a 9-month Gouda to a 36-month Gouda at Murray's. So you can choose anything in between. People love the 180 month aged Gouda because it's right in the middle of having all those qualities.
Okay, what makes goat cheese appeal? Forget lactose. I mean, in taste, why do I like it? And I do love goat cheese.
Well, when you're talking about we have 4 sources of milk for cheese, and cheese is basically milk, rennet, salt, and cultures. That's
Okay.
every cheese. Sheep cheese has the smallest molecular structure, globule. Goat cheese is the next, and then cow cheese. We also have buffalo mozzarella, so we actually have water buffalo as well. But those don't fall in. Nobody's using water buffalo for anything but buffalo mozzarella right now that we've seen. But goat cheese has a tartness to it that is unique to goat cheese. Sheep cheese is just mellow and white and bright. That Euphoria I brought you is a sheep cheese. Yeah. People are just getting into producing sheep and goat cheeses in higher quantities of quality that we're beginning to see. Cow cheese is still the most common. There was a time where, believe it or not, the U.S. government stalled the development of sheep cheese and goat cheese in this country because they wanted the meat from the sheep and goats, and they wanted the wool to make uniforms. So the production of milk products from those animals was delayed significantly by decades. So those producers are just beginning to emerge and catch up with the cow cheese producers.
Okay, tell me, on almost every menu I see, and everybody, including me, loves burrata. Tell us about burrata.
Most burratas are cow-based, and it basically is, well, how do I put this simply? The outside of a mozzarella ball and the inside soft, gooey, less formed
Right.
stracciatella. We also sell the inside stuff for people to use on salads, on spread on bread, to put in soups and put it on pastas, called stracchino or stracciatelle. So they're all different forms of what goes into and that's in this case the mozzarella. or burrata production. But burrata is a filled ball that you cut open and it oozes everywhere. It's wonderful.
And mostly when I see on menus in a salad or something, it says either gorgonzola or blue cheese or steak and blue cheese.
Oh, the best, the best. I won't do a steak without gorgonzola if I can help it.
Or,
Uh,
or
and the trick,
gorgonzola and blue cheese, excuse me, the same?
they are in the same family. A
Okay.
gorgonzola is a certain type of blue cheese.
Okay.
But the trick, so everybody knows, when you have something on the grill, don't put your cheese on the grill to melt it. When it comes off the grill, and this is burgers, steaks, uh, anything, chops, you take it off the grill to rest, and you know you're supposed to rest your meat after you grill it, after you cook it. That's when, the minute you take it off the grill, that's when you smash on the gorgonzola or the blue cheese and then cover it. The heat from the meat will draw that flavor in and melt the cheese enough, more than enough. If you put it on the grill, it tends to end up in the grill and you lose the cheese.
So, but I'm covering it when I take it off.
Take it off the grill and put it on a plate, and then take some foil or a lid and just wrap it up tight and let the heat do its job.
Okay, you said burgers. I
Yeah.
love burgers. Wait, you do that. You're not going to wrap it up after.
Yes. You want it when you take the burger off to rest. Put it on a plate, smash your cheese on it or lay your cheese on it, and then just put some foil over it so the heat is retained. And the heat will draw the cheesiness and melt the cheese into the meat, the
I
flavor.
wonder if the restaurants know that.
I hope so.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Classically, you see the McDonald's and Burger Kings of the world
Well,
throw
no.
the cheese on as the last step on the griddle.
Well, and it's half milk.
Yeah, so it kind of melts. But again, using really good cheese, you don't want to waste any of the cheese on the grill. Let the heat from the meat do the job.
Okay. And tell me a couple of your favorite things to do with cheese, except should you just plain eat it.
Well, just plain eat it is the first one because it's really the best way to do it. Soft cheeses, bries, and we have washed rind bries and creamy bries. We have a range of bries. We have fromagère dauphinois that is a French cheese that is buttery. You eat a piece of this brie, and it's a triple cream brie, and you taste butter, and it is so delightful. This I like with a thin slice of fresh fruit, pears, apples, and so on. And then the pears are getting really good right now. And we have bries that are just creamy. They don't go in a buttery or mushroomy direction, if you will. Then we have wash rind bries or bries that are bloomier that have a slightly mushroomy a tang to them, which is wonderful, absolutely delicious. Like, and then my mind goes blank.
I can't help you, honey. I don't know cheese.
I understand.
That's okay. My other thing, and I know
Fermier. Fermier
oh,
is one of my favorites for that unctuous taste that I consider to be very mushroomy.
and a fun thing that I did, but no way of knowing, is I've always heard you should have cheddar cheese on apple pie. And
I love it.
I had apple pie and I thought, and I, thanks to you, had some cheddar cheese. No, this isn't legitimately how to do it, but for a few seconds in a microwave, it melted perfectly. I had dinner with protein and fruit and carbohydrate, all in apple pie, no ice cream, but cheese.
And again, cheddar and apple pie were made for each other. People that haven't tried it need to. Well, when I was a kid, the menus all asked if you had ordered apple pie, if you wanted some cheddar cheese melted on it. And that, quite frankly, is the absolute best way to eat an apple pie.
Well, if it's Hinman's apple pie and Murray's cheddar cheese, there, that is a plug. But it was the most fun dinner I ever made.
Speaking of cheddar, I would point out that there is a cheddar cheese everybody should try and find and try. It's called Stocking Hall cheddar, and most Murrays carry it. It is a pain to prepare to sell because you have to wrap it in special paper, believe it or not.
Why?
But it because it's the upgraded experience for cheddar. Uh, uh, University in upstate New York, Cornell, their dairy department was challenged to produce a better cheddar cheese. That's simple. And they took the academic approach and looked at history. And the cows are free range. They eat the grasses and flowers and come back and they milk them and they make these barrels of cheese that they wrap in cloth. And then they take the cloth, put it in a special brine for a long time. And then they take the brined cheese and put it in their caves and in their aging rooms for 180 days. They turn it every 2 days. This is pampered cheese, and it
Oh,
truly
tell us
is
the name again.
Stocking Hall. Stocking Hall is the name of the building at the university that houses the dairy department.
Well, this
Stocking
sounds to me
Hall.
like fine wine or Wagyu real Japanese beef.
Yeah, it's just not as expensive
Well, I
as
hope
what
not.
those are. Yeah, but it's absolutely affordable, and it is the if you love cheddar cheese, you've got to try Stocking Hall. It is absolutely the best uh, cheese experience you will have.
Well, that's next on my list. But before we run out of time, the cheese, and I can't think of the name of it, that's really popular that I've had several variety of, and there's a new one you said with pesto.
That drunk from the people that make Drunken Goat and Smoking Goat, which is a wine marinated cheese or a smoked cheese. They've come out with uh, and the company is Mitica, and they have marbled goat cheeses. One of them has red peppers, one of them has pesto. So you can look for those marbled goat cheeses right now. And again, these sometimes become seasonal items that you can get now. You might not be able to get uh, uh, at the end of the summer, but they are wonderful. You've got to really stop into Murray's on your shopping trips and see what seasonal items like the marbled goat cheeses. Oh, there is one called Alp Blossom, comes from Germany, and they press wild flowers into the outside of this Alpine cheese.
Oh my.
Uh, and it's beautiful to present. It's great for entertaining, and the flowers are edible, so they're just wonderful.
Okay, I do have a last question. Is tell us, I bought cheeses or a person buys cheese. How do you care for it and store it, and how long will it last?
Well, the best by dates on the cheeses are always marked, um, and you can go, in my opinion, a little bit beyond obviously the best by date because if you keep it refrigerated and wrapped tightly, it will keep much longer. There are some special papers you can buy online that allow the cheeses to breathe. They're shiny papers that you can buy and wrap your own cheeses the way as you want. But if you keep it tightly wrapped and avoid the exposure to the elements and what goes on in your refrigerator, they will keep well slightly beyond those best by dates that you get on the cheeses. We often do markdowns, significant markdowns, and you'll see the markdown stickers on the cheeses as well as sale stickers on the cheeses as they get close to that best by date. I always recommend to people that they buy just enough for their upcoming events or needs, but buy cheese as frequently as you would buy milk, basically, and keep your cheeses fresh. Don't overstock your cheese drawers. They just go bad when you do that. If you can't keep up with even I know people that eat a ton of cheese every day and they go through it. So they will buy, 4 different cheeses and take them home. And a week later, they'll be buying more because it's all gone. I don't eat cheese that frequently, believe it or not, other than at work. So I try to limit my cheese drawer a bit more.
Well, mine gets full, I eat it, and I do share, and everybody loves me because I have cheese in my house all the time. Tell everybody again where they it's at King Soopers, most of them, but where if somebody wants to come see you, where
My
they
shop is at on 287 and Arapahoe in Erie, not the Arapahoe Road, but out south. This is up north. We are near Louisville, Lafayette, Erie, and all that. So Arapahoe and 287 is one of the brand new large King Supers. You can see Murray's right when you walk in the door, off to your right, and come visit. Absolutely, I'm here to help. I'm here to help people make people happy. That is my job. My only role here is to make people happy with cheese, and cheese has an oxytocin effect on the brain. I will share. So, in other words, cheese actually makes you happy.
no wonder I'm so happy or so cheesy, as the case may be. And please like and subscribe to the Gabb, GABB / Gourmet at YouTube. You'll find me on Instagram and Facebook as Gabby Gourmet. Oh, Stephen is sending love. Is that cute? I don't even know how to do that. And his name is Steve, except to his mother, who just slipped and called him Steve at Stephen. And you will see all of this very soon when I get it up. Hey, Steve, or
Yes.
Stephen in my life, please have a happy Saturday. So thank you for spending your early morning with your old mom. And on Gabby Gourmet, it's been a treat for me. I hope you've enjoyed it. And now I guess I'll go have some cheese and coffee.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay. Can I put an egg with mine?
You may.
Nothing's better than a cheesy omelet.
Right, that's Gabby Vecchio in it with an egg.
Oh, gotcha. I think I have that one written down right there. Have a great day and thanks for sharing. Much love to everybody. And I hope spring comes back. Talk to you
Oh,
soon.
me too.
All right. Much love. Bye bye. Talk to you later.